Top 40 multiple choice questions on current electricity. Section 1, electric current, drift velocity and Ohm's law. Please start by liking the video. Question number 1. The drift velocity Vd of electrons in a copper wire is of the order of A. 10 raised 8 meter per second, B. 10 raised negative 4 meter per second, C. 10 raised 2 meter per second, D. 10 raised negative 2 meter per second. The correct answer is B. 10 raised negative 4 meter per second. Question number 2. When a potential difference V is applied across a conductor of length L, the drift velocity of electrons is Vd. If the length of the conductor is doubled while keeping V constant, the drift velocity will be A. 2Vd, B. Vd, C. Vd over 2, D. Vd over 4. The correct answer is C. Vd over 2. Question number 3. Which of the following relations correctly represent the current density J? A. J is equals to I time A, B. J is equals to I over A, C. J is equals to V over R, D. J is equals to N time E time Vd time A. The correct answer is B. J is equals to I over A. Question number 4. The temperature coefficient of resistance is negative for which of the following materials? A. Copper, B. Carbon, C. Germanium, D. Both B and C. The correct answer is D. Both B and C. Question number 5. If a wire of resistance R is stretched uniformly to double its initial length, its new resistance will be A. 2R, B. 4R, C. R over 2, D. R over 4. The correct answer is B. 4R. Question number 6. The relaxation time of electrons in a metal conductor A. increases with increase in temperature, B. decreases with an increase in temperature, C. remains constant regardless of temperature, D. first increases then decreases. The correct answer is B. decreases with an increase in temperature. Question number 7. A wire of uniform cross-section has a resistance of 18 ohm. It is bent into the form of an equilateral triangle. The effective resistance between any two vertices is A. 6 ohm, B. 4 ohm, C. 12 ohm, D. 9 ohm. The correct answer is B. 4 ohm. Question number 8. The current voltage characteristics of a non-ohmic device is A. always straight line passing through the origin, B. non-linear, C. a straight line parallel to the current axis, D. a straight line parallel to the voltage axis. The correct answer is B. non-linear. Question number 9. Two copper wires have lengths in the ratio of 1 to 2 and a radii in the ratio 2 to 1. The ratio of their specific resistance or resistivity is A. 1:1, B. 1:2, C. 2:1, D. 1:4. The correct answer is A. 1:1. Question number 10. The unit of electric conductivity is A. ohm meter, B. ohm to the power of -1 time meter to the power of -1, C. ohm time meter to the power of -1, D. ohm to the power of -1 time meter. The correct answer is B. ohm to the power of -1 time meter to the power of -1. Section 2. Carbon resistors and the combination of resistors. Question number 11. A carbon resistor has a color bands yellow, violet, brown and gold. Its resistance values A. 470 ohm to the tolerance of plus or minus 5%, B. 47 ohm to the tolerance of plus or minus 10%, C. 4.7 ohm with the tolerance of plus or minus 5%, D. 470 ohm with the tolerance of plus or minus 10%. The correct answer is A. 470 ohm with the tolerance of plus or minus 5%. Question number 12. Three resistors of resistance R1, R2, and R3 are connected in parallel. If R1 is greater than R2 and R2 is greater than R3, the equivalent resistance Rp satisfies A. Rp is greater than R1, B. R3 is less than Rp, which is less than R1, C. Rp is less than R3, D. Rp is equals to R1 plus R2 plus R3. The correct answer is C, Rp, which is the equivalent resistance is less than R3. Question number 13. In a large network of n identical resistors, each of resistance R, the ratio of maximum possible equivalent resistance to minimum possible equivalent resistance is A, n, B, n square, C, 1 over n square, D, 1. The correct answer is B, n square. Question number 14. A wire of resistance R is cut into n equal parts, and these parts are then connected in parallel. The equivalent resistance of the combination is A, n times R, B, R over n, C, R over n square, D, n square times R. The correct answer is C, R over n square. Question number 15. The color sequence of carbon resistor is black, brown, red, and silver. What is its tolerance? A, plus or minus 5%, B, plus or minus 10%, C, plus or minus 20%, D, plus or minus 1%. The correct answer is B, plus or minus 10%. Section 3, EMF, internal resistance, and cells. Question number 16. The terminal potential difference of a cell is greater than its electromotive force, or EMF, when A, the cell is discharging, B, the cell is open circuited, C, the cell is being charged, D, the internal resistance is 0. The correct answer is C, the cell is being charged. Question number 17. A cell of EMF E and internal resistance R is connected across an external resistance R. The condition for maximum power delivery to the external load is A, R is equals to 2R, B, R is equals to smaller r over 2, C, R is equals to smaller r, D, R approaches to infinity. The correct answer is R, which is a larger r, is equals to the smaller r. Question number 18. When n identical cells, each of EMF E and internal resistance R are connected in parallel, the next EMF and the internal resistance of the combination are A, NE and NR, B, E and R over N, C, NE and R over N, D, E and NR. The correct answer is B, E and R over N. Question number 19. To get a maximum current through a low external resistance from a collection of cells, the cells should be connected in A, series, B, parallel, C, mixed grouping, D, none of these. The correct answer is B, parallel. Question number 20. A cell of EMF 2 volt delivers a current of 0.5 ampere when connected to a 3 ohm resistor. The internal resistance of the cell is A, 0.5 ohm, B, 1 ohm, C, 1.5 ohm, D, 2 ohm. The correct answer is B, 1 ohm. Section 4, Kirchhoff's law and electrical circuits. Question number 21. Kirchhoff's first law, which is the summation of current is equal to 0, at a junction is a manifestation of the law of conservation of A, energy, B, momentum, C, charge, D, mass. The correct answer is C, charge. Question number 22. Kirchhoff's second law, which is the sum of the change in voltage is equal to 0 for a closed loop, is based on the law of conservation of A. Charge, B. Mass, C. Momentum, D. Energy. The correct answer is D. Energy. Question number 23. In a balanced Wheatstone bridge, if the position of the galvanometer and the battery are interchanged, the balance point will A. change completely, B. remains unchanged, C. shift to the left, D. shift to the right. The correct answer is B. remains constant or unchanged. Question number 24. A Wheatstone bridge is most sensitive when the resistance of all four arms are A. very high, B. very low, C. of the same order of magnitude, D. completely different from each other. The correct answer is C. of the same order of magnitude. Question number 25. In a meter bridge experiment, the balance point is obtained at a distance L from the left end. If the resistance in the left gap is X and in the right gap is Y, then A. X over Y is equals to L over 100 minus L. B. X over Y is equals to 100 minus L over L. C. X times Y is equals to L into 100 minus L. D. None of these. The correct answer is A. X over Y is equals to L over 100 minus L. Question number 26. Why is the bridge wire in a meter bridge made of materials like manganese or constantan? A. They have low resistivity. B. They have a high temperature coefficient of resistance. C. They have high resistivity and a low temperature coefficient of resistance. D. They are cheap and easily available. The correct answer is C. They have a high resistivity and a low temperature coefficient of resistance. Section 5. Potentiometer and measuring instruments. Question number 27. A potentiometer is considered an ideal instrument for measuring EMF because A. It has a very low resistance wire. B. It draws no current from the source at the null point. C. It uses a long wire to increase sensitivity. D. It can measure large current. The correct answer is B. It draws no current from the source at the null point. Question number 28. The sensitivity of a potentiometer can be increased by A. Increasing the potential gradient. B. Decreasing the length of the potentiometer wire. C. Decreasing the potential gradient along the wire. D. Increasing the current in the primary circuit. The correct answer is decreasing the potential gradient along the wire. Question number 29. A potentiometer wire of length 10 meters has a resistance of 20 ohm. It is connected in series with a battery of 3 volts and a resistance of 10 ohm. The potential gradient along the wire is A. 0.2 volts per meter, B. 0.1 volt per meter, C. 0.3 volt per meter, D. 0.02 volt per meter. The correct answer is A. 0.2 volt per meter. Question number 30. If the current through a potentiometer wire is increased, the balancing length for a given cell will A. increase, B. decrease, C. remain the same, D. becomes 0. The correct answer is B. decrease. Section 6. Electrical energy, power and heating effects. Question number 31. Two electric bulbs rated 60 watt, 220 volt and a 100 watt, 220 volt are connected in series across the 220 volt main supply. Which bulb will glow brighter? A. The 100 watt bulb. B. The 60 watt bulb. C. Both will glow with equal brightness. D. Neither will glow. The correct answer is B. The 60 watt bulb. Question number 32. If the same two bulbs of 60 watt and 100 watt are connected in parallel across the same 220 volt line, which bulb will glow brighter? A. The 100 watt bulb. B. The 60 watt bulb. C. Both will glow with equal brightness. D. The brightness depends on the volume of the room. A. The correct answer is A. The 100 watt bulb. Question number 33. A heating coil is cut into two exact halves, and only one half is used in the same heater across the same supply line. The heat generated per second will now be A. Halved, B. Doubled, C. Quadrupled, D. Unchanged. The correct answer is B. Doubled. Question number 34. Fuse wire is made of an alloy that must possess A. High melting point and high resistivity, B. Low melting point and high resistivity, C. Low melting point and low resistivity, D. High melting point and low resistivity. The correct answer is B. Low melting point and high resistivity. Question number 35. The electrical energy consumed by an appliance is proportional to A. Only the square of the current, B. Only the resistance, C. The product of power and time, D. The ratio of voltage to current. The correct answer is C. The product of power and time. Section 7. The miscellaneous advanced concepts. Question number 36. When a current flows through a conductor, the electric field inside the conductor is A. 0, B. Non-zero and uniform, C. Infinite, D. Changing continuously with time. The correct answer is B. Non-zero and uniform. Question number 37. Superconductors are materials that exhibit A. Zero resistance at very high temperature, B. Zero resistance below a certain critical temperature, C. Infinite resistance at room temperature, D. Negative resistance behavior. The correct answer is B. Zero resistance below a certain critical temperature. Question number 38. A steady current flows through a metallic conductor of a non-uniform cross-section. Along the length of the conductor, the quantity that remains constant is A. Drift velocity, B. Electric field, C. Current density, D. Current. The correct answer is D. Current. Question number 39. Thermostors are devices whose resistance changes rapidly with temperature. They are typically made of A. Pure metals, B. Alloys, C. Semiconductor oxides, D. Superconductors. The correct answer is C. Semiconductor oxides. Question number 40. The expression for the power dissipated in a resistor can be written as P is equal to V square over R. This formula shows that the power is inversely proportional to resistance. This relation holds true when A. The current is kept constant, B. The potential difference is kept constant, C. Both current and voltage are changing, D. The circuit is open. The correct answer is B. The potential difference is kept constant. Thanks for watching. Please do not forget to like, share and subscribe.